Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Disney doll unboxing. Today we have one of the Hasbro Zombies dolls, and it is Zed from Zombies 3. This is the Hasbro doll right over here from the most recent movie. Now, I've missed out on Zombies 1 and 2 dolls because I was waiting for them to go on sale and then they just never popped up in my stores for some reason. They only showed up at the occasional Target for me, and it was never like the Target I was nearby. So when I saw this one at a Target that I didn't normally go to, I thought, I'm going to grab him. He's not on sale. I want to take a look at him because this is a Hasbro boy body that we don't really get boy bodies very often. Now, he is going to be this weird zombie tone, and he doesn't have the full articulation that some of the past versions of him have had, but he was also only $20, and I say only because that's not really cheap. But he does have this more eco-friendly packaging. As you notice, there's no plastic on the outside, it's all cardboard. But we'll see what it's like on the inside. I'm not sure exactly how these boxes open, but again, I did pick this up at Target for $20. I think it was like $19.89 or something like that. But he's very cute. I don't think I've actually made it all the way through the third movie. I know I watched the first and the second. I actually saw the first movie when I was out with one of my best friends, and we were sitting in a Greek restaurant waiting on our food, and for some reason the restaurant had the Disney Channel playing the first Zombies movie, to which it got stuck in both of our heads, and we had to later on watch that movie as two grown men. So here he is. Here is Zed. He looks pretty good. We're gonna take a look at him. He does have plastic inside for his restraints, his little staples. I would have loved to have seen the brown paper cords instead, especially since there wasn't really a need to keep him posed without people seeing him. But he's very cool. He doesn't come with any added accessories, which is kind of surprising for the price point. But very cool. He does have his little zombie bracelet, which is kind of fun. I'm not so fond of the way this head mold turned out. Very obvious seam, but I could take care of that with a little filing. Not really any head articulation. Kind of surprising. He can move his head back and forth, but it's kind of jointy and not really any side movement. He does have knee and surprisingly ankle articulation. But let's take a look at his arms. Okay. Oh, no, we got... Oh, that's why. It's not a real jacket. Okay. This is open down the back. So that's a little bit easier. I kind of like that. I was hoping it was more than one piece, though. Why is this not coming down? Okay, there we go. All right. So this is his torso and arms. So he's got kind of basic articulated Ken articulation. Not perfect, but not bad. His feet are very big, but pretty good shoe molds. They look a little bit like clown shoes, I'm not gonna lie. Or bowling shoes. got a very tiny waist. I was expecting these to be on Descendants bodies, but they're actually not. They're close to the Descendants bodies, but they're not a perfect one for that because they're a little bit narrower than the Descendants bodies were, if I'm remembering correctly. Because that's, I think, the last time that we saw boy dolls that were put out in an articulated form was Descendants. Most of the Hasbro boy dolls that have come out lately have been just your standard straight-armed, straight-legged articulation. But pretty decent. I wasn't expecting the ankle articulation, so that's kind of nice. But honestly, if given the choice, I would always rather have wrist articulation than ankle articulation. Just because you can do a lot more posing with wrist articulation than you can with ankle. But as far as posability goes, the doll's not very posable because of how his head is. But it's a really good head sculpt. Like, kind of surprisingly so. Like, the actor has kind of a unique face. But you can't really, I mean, you could do a little bit, but not a lot with this kind of arm. But it looks good. Like, I mean, compared to the Fresh Squad that I reviewed earlier today, this is a worse body. But it's not that much worse, and this is branded for Disney. And it's done by Hasbro, which generally has a habit of making kind of weirdly proportioned dolls and skimping on clothes and accessories. But we got our zombie bracelet. We got some cool looking shoes. We got some nice jeans. And we got a shirt that's reasonably believable as being two pieces because they made it out of two different materials and then sewed them together. So, yeah. Like, I mean, that's pretty good for a Disney Channel movie doll. It's about at the Descendants level. There's not as much detail as we got with the Descendants dolls. But it's still pretty fun. Like, I don't think I would have got it full priced again. I don't think I would buy it full priced again. It's just, it's good, but I'm kind of looking forward to the dolls that come out with Mattel whenever they do the next big, DCOM series, whatever it winds up being, because the Mattel, when they did the High School Musical dolls, those dolls were on point. So this is very cute. Hasbro's best Disney series dolls that they did was definitely the Descendants dolls. These kind of felt like from the beginning, but they're very cool. They only do like 3 or 4 dolls per movie, so it's not a huge thing for them. I don't think that it really has the same reach as like Descendants did, even though it is a movie musical, which they've done. I would consider this more on like the Teen Beach movie track, which is great because it gave us Ross Lynch, but still, like, the rest of those movies was just kind of, it was definitely a decom. That's how it works. Some movies that are decoms don't feel like that, but others definitely feel like that. And Zombies has kind of always felt like that, even though it's a fun it's a fun watch. Like, it's on Disney. All three movies are on Disney Plus, and it's a fun watch. Like I said, me and my friend were sitting there fully engrossed in this movie in our late 20s, the first time it came out. So, I mean, that's why I wanted to see this doll. So, I mean, it looks good. The head sculpt is really good. If he was a different kind of skin tone, I would consider putting him onto a Ken doll, or not even a Ken doll, but like a BTS doll, because he's probably actually pretty close in skin tone to the BTS dolls, to where I just have to do like a light shading. But he's very cool. So again, there's not much to talk about with this one, just because he's very basic, even though he's a $20 doll. I honestly would kind of have priced this doll at like $15 at most. But he looks good. He kind of stands on his own, so that's nice. Again, there are 3 other dolls that came out at the same time as this one, and I believe there were 2 other versions of him and Addison, which is the main girl, that came out before that also for this movie, but before the movie came out. So if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, and as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good.